Dear Ditch, folks, the Celtic Nerd here, bringing you another nerdy video. We are continuing our Mass Effect Let's Play. We are currently on the hunt for Dr. Liara Tassoni. But first, while we're in this system, we are going to check it for any thing. Oh, there we go. Scan. Metallic asteroid. There we go. We're getting all the XP and all the money that we can get. There is a planet we can land on. There we go. Here he is. So yeah, warning, level 1 pressure hazard. Alright, so let's continue to bring Rex and Tali. Actually, yeah. Both are great shotgun users. Tali is fantastic against synthetic opponents, whereas Rex has just a fuck ton of health and he's a great tank. Okay, so let's open up the map. Now folks, the reason why map icons are actually currently revealed is due to the fact that I do have a mod installed called Charted Worlds. Again, this is to lower the time that I need to spend, going around planets. Again, the franchise is quite big and I just really need to get through as much of it as I can in case my worst fears take place.
You Quarians messed up the whole galaxy when you let the Geth break free. Do your people ever talk about it?
Do the Krogan talk about starting a foolish war that resulted in the Turians sterilizing your people?
All the time.
I fucking love how she claps back at him, like he makes a comment, but Tali is just not going to take it. She will immediately be like, "Oh, what about you guys?" It's a very nice dynamic between Talia and Rex. Now, obviously, as I said, as I have enabled folks at the very first video, some of this banter will be repeated. So don't worry about if you won't have to go digging around in my videos to see to hear some of this banter. So there we go. I also increased the frequency of which the banter takes place. There you go, the rare element has been scanned. Bring up the map. Now we will head to here. So yeah folks, we're going to do this in a pattern. There we go. Now, unfortunately, this game does not have any real, Actually, no, sorry. It does have semi-loyalty missions in the form of some of the characters, particularly Garrus, Rex, and Liara. There's one could argue Tali does as well. Actually, no, I think it does. There are some missions where they don't make them obvious, and you're not necessarily forced to take certain characters on missions. For example, there is a quest line about investigating Geth sightings and all that. To my knowledge, you're not forced to bring Tali on these missions, but I believe she has special commentary about them if you bring her. There's the hazards building up. We need to get back to the Mako. And then we have a thing just on the other side here. We could have done that Rex mission without Rex. Now, because we brought him with us, we have special dialogue, obviously. But yeah, you're not necessarily forced to do stuff with your companions, which is why I think it was a better change that they did in Dragon Age and Mass Effect 2. Because in Dragon Age you couldn't do certain quests unless you had the corresponding companion, and similar goes for Mass Effect. Like they're automatically in your squad. So I do like it how eventually they did opt for that type of situation, or at least quest lines that are more so connected to the companions in a very obvious way. I'm trying to think for Ashley and Caden. I think Caden has special dialogue in one quest, but it's not like a loyalty quest that we would eventually get in other games. And there are a bunch of
What's with the helmets, Tally? Are all Quarians shy? Or do you not believe in letting outsiders see your faces?
No, living in the clean environment of the flotilla has weakened our immune systems. The environmental suits protect against diseases.
Naturally. Anything that isn't constantly challenged grows weak.
I like how much enemies ragdoll when you use the machine gun. Like, you can feel the impact of a weapon of this caliber hitting the organic. But yeah, about the whole Quinari immune system. One thing that never made any sense, and I don't know if it ever gets any kind of explanation. I feel like there is. But why didn't the Quarians, when they were exiled from their own planet and their own homeworld in the Vale by the Get, why didn't they not settle some other planets? Like, why didn't they not simply, build a space station? They had all these ships. They could have maybe built a space station to accommodate their people, and as such, like, okay, maybe the space station would have caused for the whole.
Show them what you can do.
Here, someone chucked a fucking grenade right at that door. Okay, move everyone up.
Destination locked.
I can't make it.
Apply a warp onto that Quarian. Oh, sorry, Krogan. To increase his vulnerabilities. I cannot see because someone got hit by an electrical impact. Alright, and then we'll do a throw on the Asari, but that's going way off. There we go. Shit! Someone hacked the fucking weapons. And I got hit with warp.
I'll tear them apart!
There we go. Powers are on cooldown still. Oh yeah, you can't vault over things just yet.
Form up!
Tally, go forward.
Now it gets fun.
Rally round.
Let's go, Eclipse.
Also, I do like how their outfits are a better reflection of Mass Effect 2.
I'll tear you apart!
Because in Mass Effect 2, the mercenary companies did get these unique looks, but in Mass Effect 1, they always just wore generic So now we can actually identify the mercenary companies that are hired out to all these different locations. Pretty nice. There we go. Check our equipment. Ooh, very powerful new shotgun. Obviously Rex gets first dibs, and then to be followed by Tali. And we got some nice things here. I'm more focused on the cooldown because, as you saw, folks, I'm struggling with being able to use my powers. So let's switch Rex. He gets first pick of the shotgun. There we go. And then we'll switch to Tali. See if there's anything that's good for her. Okay, we will turn that shotgun into Omnigel. And we'll turn this one also into Omnigel. And let's see. That's for the pistol. There's a level 3 pistol. Wow, that Striker 3 is still weaker than my Stinger 1. That is crazy. Alright, let's see. Omni Tools. Yep, there we go. This gives her a nice boost to her. Oh yeah, it's because it's blueware. It is the superior version of hers. So, a nice stable. Let's check upgrades actually. So for my signature pistol, do we have any radioactive rounds too, by any chance? Because again, we want to boost. Yes, we do. We need to boost my cooldowns. Excellent. And what about the combat sensor? We have combat sensor 3. Yep, let's equip that. And then as for armor, let's see what we got here. We got some health regeneration, smash damage, shields, and toxin resistance. I'm going to go with the health regen just for my character, just because that would be very useful. Nothing else really there. Except for medium-sized humans, which Rex and Tali are definitely not. But let's see, what can I do for Rex, regardless? I can boost his shields by a fair bit. It'll make him even tankier. Or I can... actually, let's go with damage reduction. Alright, and the squad apparently have leveled up. I am going to go with, at least to the point where I can restore people up. And then we are going to boost barrier. Because at least that way we get a good time period of extra shields. And it increases the duration. If we can get barrier to last a good bit, that'll be fantastic, folks. It will really increase my survivability. Now, the only problem I'm still having, again, with this is the fact that we do not get a total, duration increase. Like, we know that barrier is supposed to last for 11.5 seconds. However, the game does not tell me is what's the extra 2%. I have to manually do that maths. Like, it's incredibly frustrating. The fact that we have to manually determine all this stuff. Oh wait, I forgot about the rest of the squad. So let's see. Rex. Boom, shotguns. Just again, where anyone gets close to him, he's gonna fuck shit up if people get close to him. Also, warp just to, again, further increase his tankiness. Because, again, he has the 5.5 health per second. He has resistance to physics by 50%. His man damage is increased by 175, and then the barrier, folks, the barrier is going to last 12.5 seconds, and he will get an extra 5 shields. Now, he is already wearing decent armor, if I remember correctly. Is there a way? Oh yeah, we have to go back to squad, sorry. So his health is 217. I don't know how much his shields were. As for Tali, as we saw there, as we can see here, she is great at decrypting and electronics. We are going to boost her hacking. So now, at least that way, as we start fighting Geth, she's going to become even more lethal. I'm going to definitely build Tali to be an anti-Geth killing machine. And then eventually I will also increase this as well. But as of this moment, like, she is really powerful. Now, I could do dampening, which will prevent enemies from using tech or weapon abilities. I think decryption, yeah, she can stop people using their guns, as you can see there. And then she can also be very effective against shields. So yeah, we're now just increasing her lethality to synthetics. And we even have a weapon mod action that I can give her. So here we go. Shotgun. Where is it? There it is. Armor piercing rounds. And then for her, let's give her... She doesn't need thing. We can always upgrade her accuracy. There we go. But now, what is Rex's shields like? Oh, there he... okay, yeah, he has 117 shields and damage protection 24. So, yeah. We do need to eventually get him some... we need to upgrade his armor at some point. So he can wear the heavy shit, folks. Oh, a maxed out Rex is a thing of beauty to watch. Just watching him charge into battle, taking all those hits. Also, the music, there's supposed to be a decent amount of music. I'm going to try and turn up just a tad bit. Now that I'm wondering, actually, because we have the dialogue out in the makeup, I'm wondering if I set everything back to normal, will that fuck up the banter in the makeup? It'd be good to test that out. We got wall safe. There we go. You discover evidence that the sorry leading days, Eclipse mercenaries, and the Southern Islanders are an important ambassador in Citadel. Or you should go to Presidium and speak with Nancy about this. There we go. So an ambassador has a sister who leads the Eclipse. There we go. Let's rush over here. Oh, I already checked this place. What did I get from here? Got a shotgun, Hurricane Tree. Decent sniper rifle, which I would give to Garrus as soon as I'm back on the ship. Still mostly just stuff for humans, okay. Alright, let's open up the map. We have one more thing to go. And then we are finished with this video, folks. Again, with Mass Effect, I am going to... Well, we'll go back to the Citadel and turn in the quest. But other than that, we are pretty much done with this video. And again, I'm going to try and do it region by region, or at least in this case, system by system, with the exception of videos that are going to be dedicated to main story missions. Main story missions obviously will be their own videos. Or DLC missions such as Fallen Sky. So yeah, there will be some things that will be their own separate videos, folks. Alright, there we go. And that is it for this planet. So back to the Normandy. Okay, and then, as I said, we are going back to the Citadel. Now, we're not done with the Artemis Tau system, folks. We will be going back there. Alright, there we go. Land. Oh well, we even see a Lion's Kodak there. Now, Kodak is also known as the Cockroach because it is an extremely durable ship that can go into pretty much any atmosphere. Right. We have landed. Any new messages? Nope. Now let's see. This will be a good. We're finally going to see if one of my mods is working, which is the casual hubs. So let's see. Let's bring. Oh, let's see. Let's bring Garrus. Like, I'm expecting nothing to happen, folks. Let's bring Garrus and Rex, my usual go-to squad. Also, this gives me a chance to update Garrus's weapon.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Okay, we're in our...
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Okay, funny enough, folks, we are in our casuals, but we're still armed to the fucking teeth. That is funny. Obviously, it's toggling their helmets. Actually, because the helmet is automatically off in this area, I'm just going to leave them toggled on. But anyway, let's level up Garrus. Again, I took him off my team for a while so I could, because Tali had immediate access to electronics. Once he matches her, then yeah, I'll bring him back more so on the team. Because again, I like the fact that he has more combat training than her. Again though, if I'm going on any mission that's going against synthetics, I will more so likely bring her because she has hacking. But yeah, no, for most part, especially when I'm doing Pinnacle Station, chances are I'm going to be bringing fucking Garrus. He is absolutely amazing. Because again, he has damping, he has electronics, he has decryption, similar to her, but the other difference is I don't think she has first aid. He has assault training, which will boost just general weapons damage. He can equip up to, he has master shield boost, as well as he can wear medium Turian armor. He has a sniper rifle, which again, if he uses master assassin, will give him 300% weapon damage. It's amazing. And then he has overkill. So he is great. I like him because he has that long range options, medium to long range options with assault rifles and sniper rifles, which in my opinion balances out Rex, who has only mid to short range weapon options. Now obviously Rex has like a fuck ton of health, folks, and I do want to just point out one itty bitty thing. most of his health boost came from this. Actually, no health boost came from this. This is just the 217 health is just from him leveling the fuck up. If I was to start leveling up his fitness, folks, that is a 10% increase. It will go all the way up to fucking 30. Oh, yeah. Like, that is ridiculous. And then he has the ability immunity, which reduces health damage by 90%. That is ridiculous, folks. And then when you combine that with barrier, and then again, if we continue to boost his shotguns, if we ignore warp and throw and stasis, Rex will become a literal tank. He may not have the range, but once we send him up close to an enemy, oh boy, it's going to be so satisfying. Alright, I have weapons for Garrus, so let's take a quick gander. Yeah, you know what, we'll give him this pistol, the Kessler tree, and then as for the sniper rifle, we'll give him the Avenger tree. There we go. Omni tool. We'll leave him as he is. Unfortunately, we don't have any new armor. We need to sell that armor, in fact. Alright. Actually, how much money do we have now? We have about 18,000 credits. That's not bad.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Also, folks, I'm going to be trying to bring Ashley and Caden on actually a lot more missions. Actually, no, we're going to start that now, actually. Now, people will know why I wanted to bring those two more often, temporarily. Because of, obviously, certain things that take place in the story. So we might as well just enable their helmets for when we do get into combat. Alright, let's level up Ashley. Let's see how close can we get her to be on the level of our Krogan. So, she has a bit of a hybridization. Okay, she's a flat-out soldier. She has weapon training. She can get weapon training with all weapons. Pretty cool. She has combat armor, which will increase her damage reduction and her defenses pretty well. She has first aid, which is something that Garrus would normally have. So she can act as a field medic. She has assault training, which is pretty good, and she has fitness. So Ashley can get quite up there in terms of being an amazing soldier. Again, I don't like her personally, more so because of her personality. And we'll get to that when we get to certain dialogue options with her. Alright, so we're going to increase his Sentinel perk because, again, we want him to be able to throw his powers. He is a Sentinel, so he uses tech and biotics. So we're going to boost this, and then we're going to boost barrier so we can increase his first aid. Oh, he has medicine. He has the improved version of first aid. So reduces the recharge time of first aid. Yeah, so dear God. So he's a great field medic. Alright. So on that front... No, we're going to boost barrier. Increases survivability. There we go. And we'll use the 1 point to up his throw. And now as for equipment, there we go. Her shield's gone up to pretty decent heights. We do have the Liberator, which gives her higher damage reduction, but not by much. I'd rather her have the shield. We don't have any heavy armor just yet. Caden, In terms of light armor, you can have the Assassin 2. And then as for biotic amps, we'll keep you on what you have. And then we'll do the same with your blue wire tool. Omni tool, convert, yes. Alright, we need to go up to the Presidium, which is this elevator, I believe.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
Oh yeah. I've been
Commander Shepard,
avoiding certain quests.
my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
A lot of people want my help these days. What makes you special?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime.
Wait, the 212? Your wife was serviceman Nirali Bhatia. I'm Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. I served in her unit.
Chief Williams, it is a pleasure. Nirali spoke of you with great respect.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Mr. Bhatia. Nirali was a good woman. What can we do for you?
I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
We'll look into it.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper...
Now, it's funny because clearly you were meant to talk to him standing this way, so that way he will point over there, but because I ignored him initially, and I only picked up the quest and I talked to him this way, he is pointing over there. Oh, the days before some developers were like, okay, you know what, we're always going to put you in a fixed position talking to the NPC. Alright, so we have two reasons to be in this bar. One is to talk to that woman over there. We'll talk to this guy first.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
You can cut the red tape for a grieving husband. I want you to release the body of Nirali Bhatia.
Commander, nothing would make me happier. I'm afraid, though, that it's not quite that simple. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
I don't care how badly the Geth mangled the body. It's the husband's right to claim her.
We are not holding Nirali Bhatia's body out of discretion. We are, frankly, holding the body for research. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
How long do you think the research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
You've got to have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
I'll tell Samesh. Next time you cut up a dead soldier, at least tell her husband the truth.
That was just the reaction we were hoping to avoid, Commander. But if you think it will help, tell Mr. Bhatia the truth. Perhaps he will understand. Please let me know if you have any other questions.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
You're Nasana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. It didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nasana, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
I'm a Spectre, not some merc for hire. I can find credits anywhere.
True, but I'm the only one who can authorize you to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, you gotta love how, regardless of gender or race, politicians will fucking politician.
We have nothing more to discuss.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
Hello, Commander. Has any progress been made with Mr. Bosker? Will he return my wife's body?
Tell me again what you'd been told about your wife?
As I said, I've been told nothing. I don't understand why they won't release her body to me.
They're running medical studies on Neurali. That's why they won't release the body.
Tests? They're holding my wife's body for tests? My wife served the Alliance faithfully. She gave her life for humanity. And this is how they repay her.
Samesh, right now more people are going to die unless the military runs those tests.
This isn't about them. This is about my wife, the woman the military killed.
This is war. People die. If you want to keep that to a minimum, let them run those tests.
You think I've not given enough? Don't speak to me of duty. My wife is dead.
Yes, she is, Mr. Bhatia. She died fighting for what she believed in. She sacrificed her life to keep you safe. I think she'd want to make the most of that sacrifice.
You're right, Miss Williams. She would not flinch from her duty. Let them run their tests. Let my wife save lives so that others are spared the loss I feel today. Goodbye. Thank you for finding me answers.
There we go. What was that achievement for? Sentinel Ally. Nope. How do I check the achievements on EA? Let's see here. Open up EA. Achievements. Where do I go to check achievements? There we go. Complete 5 missions with... Oh, okay. Alright. There are some other quests that we can pick up on the Citadel that I completely forgot about. So we're going to end this video here, folks, and then the next video will be us grabbing, I think, like maybe 2 quests that I forgot to pick up. In our case, I'm the Celtic Nerd, signing out. Slán.